Hi guys, it's Bunny, and not only is my face very bare today, but we also don't have my glasses on, which means one thing only, and that is that we are doing our makeup. I have already put my foundation and concealer on just to make that obvious if it wasn't already, just because it's not fun. There's no fun part of it. Like, it's not fun to watch, so I already did that bit. And not only are we going to be doing our makeup, but I'm actually going to be trying to follow a face chart tutorial by Face Chartiste. And this is the one that we are going for there, if you guys can see that. I'm very excited for it. It's pretty simple, but I think it's still going to be fun. And I don't have fake lashes for it, so that won't be the most fun. I'm going to try and mix two very different products for my blush because it's a little bit more of like a peachish tone, but I only have a very bright pink or this more orange, like actual orange one from Made by Mitchell. So I'm going to try and mix them together and see if I can get any kind of like together shade. I tried doing it on the back of my hands and it kind of just somehow dried it up and didn't do anything. So I think what I'm going to try instead is putting the tiniest bit of orange on here, blending that out, and then putting the pink on top. So literally like that, and then blending quickly. That feels like it's not blending, like, oh, that did nothing. Okay, I'm gonna try with my foundation brush instead and see if that does anything. Is it me, or is that literally coming up as nothing and it's just kind of removing the foundation? Okay, we're gonna do one more attempt, and that is I'm gonna put the orange on the back of my hand. I'm gonna dip the foundation brush into it, like try and kind of coat it a little bit by tapping it around on my hand, and then putting it straight on like that. And that is doing a little more, not tons, but it's doing a little something, I think. Actually, I don't think it is doing anything, but we're gonna have to try and copy that on the other side anyway. But I don't love it. I'm just gonna try and put enough on to get like an almost like kind of colouring on it, because I do have another shade to use, and I'm kind of using two of the exact same shade. So okay, I don't know. And with the first brush we tried, we're just going to go straight into the product and then put that on top and see if that makes it better. I feel like even this isn't doing anything, which is weird because this is like always a really pigmented blush for me. Like on my fingers, it keeps coming up as really pigmented, and then I use the blush and it's not. So maybe I'm just going to try and go in with my fingers, but I don't even think that's going to work. Yeah, that's just getting bits of the jelly onto my skin. Okay. I don't think it's like a super accurate colour. Maybe if I had a blush that worked more, it might work. But I think it's good enough for what we need it for, because I need it to be different colour to the other blush I'm using. And that's everything that I really need for the base makeup. So now I can powder on top. I'm almost out of my powder, and it's a really good powder, so I'm kind of sad about it. It's literally the Technique one. And this mattifies my face so well, and it stays matte throughout the day. Next, I'm going to do my eyeshadow, and I'm actually using a blush highlighter contour palette for this. And this is the Rude Cosmetics ones in First Love Diary. And I'm going to use this shade up here, and I'm going to put it on the inside. It's a little bit brighter than I think is what I'm meant to use for it, but I'm going to be putting a nice highlighter over it. So I'm kind of just going under here and up here, and just really blending that out. I don't want it super harsh. And I'm really going to try and blend that out by the edges, so it just doesn't look like it's going all over the place, and bring it down here, kind of where my eye bags are. It's almost like I'm highlighting the eye bags. I'm just going over the eyes here with my powder brush, and just here as well, just to try and blend it out a little bit more. I'm not putting any more powder on it, but I'm just trying to blend it a bit. And this is almost to dull how bright the pink is, because I don't need it so bright. And the next thing I'm going to do before actually doing the eyeliner and everything is I'm going to go in with the contour shade in here and a super tiny nail brush. This one is from Daiso, and I'm going to attempt to do some freckles with it because it's meant to be a quite freckly look. And I don't know where my freckle pen's gone. So we're just going to do it with this, and I think it's turning out quite well. I know it's gross, but I am licking the brush first because I feel like that... Well, some of it's coming into lines though, which isn't what we want, but just because I need it wet and I don't have any water around me and I don't have setting spray, so shh. I feel like this is the perfect shade for the freckles. I was actually going to try and use this for my eyebrows today, but that's because I don't have anything actually meant for eyebrows, and this I do not think will work. And the look also has quite a contoured nose, so I'm literally going to tap very lightly and tap it off and just put that on my nose. It is the same brush I used for the eyeshadow, but I have wiped it off, and hopefully this will work. I don't know if I actually like the way this looks with the nose contour, but it's in the picture. I don't know if I look a bit silly with it though, because of how kind of dark it is. I do want to say as well, while I'm still doing the freckles, this nail art brush has never been used for nail art. If it had been used for nail art, I would not use it for this. I actually got it originally for like intricate eyeliners, except I don't have any of the eyeliners to use it for, like the wet ones, but I think I might actually use it for my eyeliner today, because I meant to do like a little pink swoop above, and I think the eyeliner thing I have is a little too dark. Not dark, thick. Like the Wonder Knit is a bit thick. I'm just gonna dab over where the freckles are darkest with my powder brush as well, just to kind of blend them in. And now it is time for the fun, the sparkles. I do have two different products that I'm going to use for the sparkles. One is from Forencos, which is this glittery like eyeshadow topper, I think in MG10001, and this is a Korean beauty brand. And I'm also going to be using Focalure. This is SO1 in their, I don't actually know what this is called, but it's like it looks like this. It's used for the under the eyes. And what I'm first going to do is I'm going to take this on the back of my hand, and I'm going to use the same brush again, and I'm going to put it like over the top of my eyes. This is literally, this is such a blinding glitter, so I got to work fast with it though before it dries, and just try and get it all the way up here. It's going to be a bit more difficult because it's not meant for this, it's meant to go on immediately. Okay, change of plan, that's not working. It's fully dried on my hand. I'm gonna just go in straight and tap it with my finger. This is what I do when I use it as a highlighter, so this will work. I'm gonna do the same on the bottom as well, kind of as if I'm kind of doing glitter tears with it. It's going down at the bottom and up a bit. I'm going to do a little bit more at the top as well. I will say it's not super important to get it on the inner corner, because we're going to be putting the next glitter there. And there we go, it's very glittery. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera. And I'm just going to repeat the same thing on the other side. I don't know how well you guys can see, but it has also taken a lot of that pink pigment off, which is what we wanted. So it actually worked pretty well for us. And then we're going to take the next glitter and put that one directly on our inner corners. This actually is stained quite pink because of the amount of times I use it for pink eyeshadow. And I'm not even going to, what's the word, like pat this one in. I'm literally just kind of tapping it on top, and it just makes it super glittery. I always have to remember this product to tap and not swipe, because it does start to remove some of the eyeshadow, as you guys can kind of see a bit, but it's okay because it's cute. And the next thing we're going to do is our eyeliner. It's a kind of thick wing, so I'm going to try and do my hardest to actually make it a thick wing on my eyes. And I'm going to try and start with the black eyeliner and do the pink eyeliner on top, and just hope that goes well. I do have like a kind of funky eye shape, so I don't know exactly how it's going to go, but fingers crossed. Okay, so eyeliner hasn't turned out as good as I wanted. This one was really good. I tried recreating it. I messed up, and I had to try and recreate the messed up bit on this eye. But hopefully when we put the pink on top, it is going to look a lot better. I think the reason I didn't do so great is I don't normally angle my eyeliner upwards. I more do like an outwards, like even like a slightly down turned eyeliner. So I do feel very strange with my eyeliner going so high up. But I do want to follow this face chart as accurately as I can. Well, as accurately as I can for someone that doesn't have eyebrows. And the pink we're going to be using is the High Vis eyeliner by Barry M. And I think we can do it directly with this. So I'm going to try that first, and if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to use the brush. I feel like I have slightly fixed the way that the black wing looks with this, so I'm really hoping that I can do that on the other side as well. Okay, so I feel like I messed the eye up more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for it to dry. I'm going to do another layer, and then I'm going to fix up where I made it go bad, because of course I made it go bad. So I've done that. I have just got to go over this with black again, but I've gone over 2 layers, so hopefully it's kind of opaque, and But like on my skin tone, it's not the most visible, but that is okay. However, whilst waiting for this to dry, I am going to go on the white details, so the white hearts, and that's basically it. It's just white hearts everywhere. So there's a few around my eyes and then one on this cheek. The way I try and do hearts is pretty simple. So I just try and do like a V shape and then kind of round it from there. So we're going to attempt it together. So we're just going to do it this side. I'm shaking quite badly actually, but we're just gonna... This one I want to make it a little bit bigger. Can you guys even see what I'm doing here? I'm not sure. We're just going to go a little bigger. And there is the heart. They're pretty easy when you get the hang of them. But I know when I started doing hearts on the side of my face, it was like impossible. And I had to use an eyeliner stamp. And I didn't really have any in cool colours. So I had to do them in black. But now I've learned how to do the hearts easily. I can do them in any colour. And for the ones in the middle of my face, like around my eyes, I am going to not do it exactly on the picture. I'm going to do them kind of like uneven maybe. And I'm not going to try and make them any bigger. If I need to, because I mess up, I will. But I'm going to try and keep them quite small. I've actually changed my mind. I am going to try and do it maybe not completely accurate to the picture, but I am going to try and make them even. So we've done the first two, and I don't know about you, but I think they're pretty nice and even. And the ones that are the smallest, I'm really struggling with. So they are these ones here on the ends, if you can see, like next to the nose. And I think I'm just going to do those three as dots, because they do look kind of dot-like on this anyway. And I think it would be really cute to just do them as dots. So we're going to do one there. Repeat it on the other side. We're going to do one a little further inwards. For some reason, dots near the side of noses just remind me of the person that does avatar makeup on TikTok. The last one I'm going to do a little bit more outwards again. And I am going to try and make them look almost like hearts. So they're not just full dots, they're almost like little upside down triangles. Next, we're going to do a smaller heart around here where like my eye bags start. And instead of doing more, I think I'm just going to leave it at that for now, because I think with my face shape, it will just start looking a bit awkward in a minute, and I'm just going to fix the eyeliner. To be fair, it was just a pretty easy fix. I literally just had like these smallest lines to fix. I thought it was worse than it was. I'm going to do my mascara quickly off camera, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've been looking at the photo even more, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put even more glitter on my face. But I'm going to use the highlighter in the palette I was using. Yes, the thing falls off constantly. I did get it from TK Maxx. I think it was because it was faulty. It's from the pretty palette I showed. But I think I'm going to put some highlight just on my cheeks to bring a little bit more glitter. Because I feel like this is just such like a fun glittery pink look. Okay, I brought it a little bit too much onto my nose, but I just think it's more fun. And it does look like, if I like zoom in, you can almost see like the glitter on the face. I don't know how well you can see because of where I'm holding this up. But next, pretty much all I have left to do is my lips, because I don't have my eyebrows. And I think for my lips, I'm going to try and go back in with this jelly blush, but on my lips. And it normally comes up with like a nice pretty shade. Like I literally just dab it on, and I think it's a really pretty pink shade that comes up. And I think it matches the look really well. And for a gloss, I'm going to put a clear gloss on. So I'm going to put this little rollable lip gloss on. This lives at the bottom of my makeup bag, so it does look a little worse for wear. But this is a vanilla lip gloss rollable. And it's not the glossiest thing in the world, but I feel like it gets the job done. And there is the finished look. So comparison, these side by side. What do we think? Do I look similar to it? I'm not sure. I think I did pretty well. I do want to get some new lashes though, I will say that. I think that will make the look like 10 times better. But that is everything for the look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a massive thumbs up and let me know. Subscribe for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!